Hey guys, today we're going to be making dog toys. We're going to be showing two different options. You can either use a sew option using a sewing machine, so scissors, pins, thread, and then we're making this really fun dog toy. Or you can do a no sew option where you can just kind of skip to the end and just see how we create this woven toy using fleece, or you can use old cotton t-shirts if you have a lot of those lying around. So we're really excited and let's get started. So to make our dog toy, we're going to start out with 4 pieces of fabric. Each fabric I've already cut into 4 by 20 inch length strips. For this example, I'm going to be using cotton, and if you have like an aggressive chewer or someone that really goes through toys, you could double up on this. So instead of just having one strip being what you're weaving, it would actually be 2 strips. And then when we get to the part where I show you how to weave it together, you would see what that means. But there's multiple different options for you. You could also use old cotton t-shirts if you wanted to, and with that you can maybe double or triple up on it. So to pin up our strips, what we're going to do is you're going to lay your strip out, and then you're going to fold it up over itself, so like hot dog style, if you want to refer to it that way. And I'm going to put a pin at the end, and then pin it across this top part. And then when I get down to this end, I'm keeping this open. This is how I'm going to turn it. I'm going to repeat this now for my other 3 strips. So now that I have my 4 strips all pinned up and ready to go, I'm going to take a seam on each one. So it'll start down here, probably be like a 5/8 seam, go up, and then I'm going to go all the way across and then stop at this point. And I'll repeat this for each of the strips. So now that I have all my fabric strips sewn up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim them so it's a little closer to the seam, and then get rid of all these little loose threads, and then we'll turn them all inside out, and then we'll begin on the next step. So to turn the fabric right side out, what you're going to do is you're taking the fabric and then just basically pushing it through itself. And the best way to do this is you can use your fingers, you can use a hand, you can also use a stick or a pencil, and you're just trying to push that fabric through to the other end so that you're getting the right sides of the fabric to come out and you're able to see it. So now we have all of our fabric strips ready to go, but we still have this issue, or they all have this raw edge. So the best way to deal with that is you have 2 options. You can either flip the fabric so that a little bit of the edge of it is now inside of itself, and you can hand sew this little bit right up, so that would be a very quick little seam, or you can machine sew the seam to give it a nice cleaner look. I'm going to go ahead and machine sew mine. If you want to be fancy, you can also then just take a seam at this other end so that both sides would match. Now it's time to sew up my strips. So now we have all 4 of our strips ready to go. All the ends should now be sewn off, so there are no openings. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring all 4 of our strips together, and we're going to make one big seam across them so that all 4 of these pieces now become one. So the way that we're going to do our weaving is we're going to have 4 strips. If you have one of the more aggressive chewing dogs, so you have 8 or 12 strips, you would have 2 strips down here, 2 over here, 2 up here, and then 2 to the side. This is going to be strip A, strip B, strip C, and strip D. I'm going to bring strip A up. Strip B will go over strip A. I'm keeping my finger underneath strip A though, so that I have this loop. Strip C is going to come down over strip B, and then strip D is going to come over strip C, but then go under strip A so that we get this square pattern. I like to make sure that it's very tight so that when my dog's playing with it, it doesn't come undone. Now I'm going to continue this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring strip A, then this time strip D will come over, my finger's still underneath though. Strip C will come down, and then strip B is going under strip A. So I've continued my square, and this is now the second step of our pattern. And this is also the exact same if you are using fleece or if you're using the cotton t-shirt. So I'm just going to continue and repeat this until I have a full woven toy. So 4 inches is a really good spot. to just kind of stop and see how is my toy looking. How much more fabric do I have left? How many more loops can I keep going? When I got to 4 inches, I stopped and looked so I could keep going a few more, and I added a few more stitches. This toy measures around 4 inches long, so it may be good for a smaller dog, Dachshund, Chihuahua, Bichon, that type range. If you have a bigger dog, what you can do is for these strips, you want to make them longer. So instead of being the 4 inches by 20 inch strips, you may do something like a 30 inch strip or a 40 inch strip, depending on the size of your pup. So what we're going to do now is bring these 4 strips together, and kind of similar to what we had done down here, we're just going to do one general seam across so that we can close this off and have a toy. So now that we have that final seam in, our toy is complete. The whole time we were also talking about the no sew options. So I have an example right here. So this was made using fleece. So for the fleece, I put my 4 pieces together, knotted it, did that whole weaving pattern throughout, and then I got back to the top and knotted that again. These are also machine washable, so you just throw them in the washing machine and they'll come out and be all nice and clean.